Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Nate here, back at you with another video. Today we are going to be taking a look at my camera cage, and because my camera's in the cage, I'm actually just going to be filming this handheld, so I know it's a little bit different, but I hope you guys still enjoy. I've been building up all of the parts in this camera cage over about the last year, and it's finally all together. I've been using this cage for my videos for the past month or so, and I have to say, using a rig is just such a blessing in the creative process. However, it does have some downsides, which I will be getting to. Everything in this rig, including my camera, costs around $1,000. The rig itself, I believe, totals around $500. Now, the camera that I have in this, I've been using for quite a long time now. It's the Nikon D3400. I do plan to upgrade in the future because it's an okay camera for 1080p and for photos, but for what I really want to do, it doesn't really suit my needs that well, so I will be upgrading. But yeah, that's the camera that's in this rig. If you're wondering what I'm shooting on right now, I'm actually using the DJI Osmo Pocket. It's a little handheld camera, shoots 4K, and it's actually really nice for handheld video like this. Okay, so starting off with all of the parts in this rig, we have the Film City shoulder camera rig. Now I know there's actually two camera rigs in this whole setup, but this is the main one that goes around everything else. And if you're wondering why I got it with a shoulder pad, I do plan to use this rig for handheld video, but right now I just have it in the tripod mode, so that's why there is no shoulder pad on the rig currently. On the front of the rig, you'll find some handles, and these are primarily for when you're using this in the handheld mode. And a word of warning, if you do buy the Film City rig to be used as a handheld camera setup, you're going to want to make sure that you have a follow focus or you're using autofocus, because one-handing this thing is pretty much impossible, especially if you have a large battery on it, and it can get pretty unstable. On the Film City rig, you'll also find that there are arms that come out to the side. There was originally a top portion to both of these arms that had a handle, but I wanted to leave room for my monitor and my second rig, which actually goes inside this larger rig, and so I took that off. There really also wasn't any mounting options on it. It was pretty much just a handle, which I didn't need for the configuration that I'm using this rig for right now. Arguably the most noticeable portion of this rig is the large matte box in the front. If you don't know what a matte box is, it's honestly not that useful for day-to-day camera usage. It pretty much just blocks out any glares from light sources, and the particular matte box that comes with this rig actually has an area where you can insert filters like ND filters, so you can shoot outdoors. For me, the matte box is really just aesthetics. I like how it looks. However, the filter portion of this rig is really helpful for people who want to use an ND filter that doesn't necessarily go on the lens but slides in, so you can slide in and out different filters very easily. And the last portion of this rig that I'm going to be talking about are these rails right here, which will allow me to add a lot of different accessories in the future if I want to, such as follow focuses and just other mounts. These rails are very universal in the camera world, so there's going to be a lot of brands and companies that make accessories that will work with these rails. It really just opens up a wide range of possibilities when it comes to adding on to my rig. Now, in the center of the whole rig system, you will find my Nikon D3400, which I've already talked about a little bit. Around that camera, you'll find the Camvate camera rig. I made a review on this a while back, and I really liked it. It's very small and compact, definitely not as large as the Film City camera rig, but it nevertheless offers really great protection and mounting options for pretty much any size camera because it adjusts. On the back of the rig, you will find my 13,000 milliamp hour D-Tap V-mount camera battery. I know that's a mouthful, but pretty much this powers all of the accessories in this rig, my camera, my monitor, everything. It uses a form of connection called DTAP, which is standard in the camera world, and you can buy cables that go from DTAP to 12 volt or go to DTAP to USB. Because this only has one DTAP output, you will have to buy a DTAP splitter like the one I have here. Currently, I'm only using 2 of the DTAP ports, but there are 2 more that I can use, so I have room to grow in the future. And because this is 13,000 milliamp hours, it will power all of my accessories for ages. I've been using this rig non-stop over the past month, and I haven't had to charge the battery yet. It's just so nice to only have to charge one battery after having to charge my DSLR and monitor battery for the past few years now. It's just nice to have one, have it be done, and also there's no cables or anything on the ground. It's all self-contained. Before, because I was so tired of using a camera battery, I just used a dummy battery and hooked it up to the wall, but that obviously really limits you on how far you can go from the wall outlet, and this is just so much nicer. I couldn't find a brand name for this particular battery because on the back it does have a logo, but I can't read it, and on the Amazon webpage there is no real brand mentioned. However, I will have it linked down below where you can check it out. I believe it was around $140 on Amazon, and if you want to check out any of the things in today's video, those also will be linked down below. And if you're wondering about all the cables, yeah, there is a lot, and you may have to buy a few extra cables to be able to use them with specific accessories, but in the long run, it's all worth it. And even if you don't have that great of cable management skills, just having everything self-contained is really nice. The last aspect of this rig, and probably one of the most important other than the camera and the battery, is my monitor. Now, I need this monitor in order to see myself when filming, because if you're far away from the camera, you obviously can't see the flip screen, and my camera doesn't even have a flip screen, so that's completely out of the picture. I really like this newer F100 field monitor. It does use batteries, but I have it plugged in. Obviously, it connects to your camera using HDMI, and it has a lot of nice features, such as focus assist. So from far away, you don't have to squint your eyes to see what is in focus. It will simply just tell you in the form of a lot of abstractness, and the more abstractness there is on your face, the more you are in focus, which is extremely helpful. So at the beginning of the video, I said this whole camera rig system was around $500, and that is a lot of money just so that you don't have to charge batteries constantly. So for most people who are just going to be doing casual YouTube stuff, I would definitely not recommend building a rig to you. It's far too expensive, and the money really doesn't justify what you're going to be getting out of it, because you really don't need all of these accessories if you're just doing casual things. However, if you're looking to be professional or semi-professional, or you really want to up your quality and you don't mind spending a bit of extra cash, then a camera rig will save you hours of frustration charging things, and it just simplifies the whole process really nicely. I can never go back to using all of these accessories separately, like I used to have my monitor separate and the camera separate, and I'd have to charge everything. Everything is now all enclosed in one thing, and it just makes everything a lot easier. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. As I said before, all of these products will be linked down below where you can check them out. And if you did really enjoy this video, I would 100% appreciate it if you would go down below, hit the subscribe button, like, comment any feedback that you might have for me. And yeah, just continue watching out for new videos that I might be posting, because I post them around once a week. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.